So this is the Missouri News Network newsroom. It serves all of our newsrooms, KBIA, the Columbia Missourian, Vox Magazine, Missouri Business Alert, and KOMU 8.
My name is Jacob Ritchey, and my role is digital content editor at KOMU 8. So I am responsible for overseeing our digital content output. So I'm working with our reporters who are turning content throughout the day, as well as our digital producers who are creating that breaking news content using social media and sourcing from news releases and other organizations like that. We use BLOX CMS throughout the day to create that breaking news content, primarily written by our digital producers, and then our reporters can go into that and add onto that and work collaboratively with our digital producers here, helping to create that content as we learn stuff, and then reporters out in the field can go in and add stuff. So it really helps us to get that news to our audience quickly.
One of the things when you're in a breaking news situation is you're getting something up quickly, but then you get more information, you're adding to it. And so we were often juggling two assets, right? We'd have one that was offline that we were updating, and then we'd paste it into the live one. And so that kind of back and forth of two assets, things get lost, things get messed up. And so the new process of being able to go into a published file, make your changes, save them, but not have them go live yet, so that our copy desk can give it a read before it goes live, or the reporter can make those updates and the editor can read behind them before we push it to the site. That's a big deal for us because we do want to make sure that we're not just like blindly putting stuff in without edits. So that I think is a big improvement. We had experimented with the draft options and legacy blocks, but I think this is a much more intuitive way to think about updating a story and working in a live file and what that can look like. So I think this is much more natural, and the reporters that I've talked to and trained on this, they're like, so this could work pretty well in a live blog type of situation or something like that, and so they're excited about using that tool.
In a breaking news situation, whenever we have the information at our fingertips and we have the ability to publish a story, we can get that content up within 5 minutes. And that is doing a great service to our audience, to informing them as quickly as we can and keeping us reliable as a news source. So we stream content in two different ways. Either our streams are planned, so that might be the governor's inauguration, or it might be a school board meeting that a bunch of people in our community were looking forward to and wanting to know the outcome of. Or we might stream in a breaking news type of situation. A reporter goes out to a crash, to a fire, something that's really high impact, and maybe they hold a news conference or something like that. Then the reporter will set up their camera and feed that back to us in the newsroom, and we can easily take that feed on our website and stream that out to our audience. And so that is one of the ways that we are staying on top of the news and keeping our audience informed by using the BLOX solutions. If we have a breaking news event that happens, the first thing that we're going to do is jump into BLOX CMS. First thing I'm going to do is open up an article and get ready to write. So I might be looking through social media posts. I'm going to be grabbing information from there, bringing that into the article asset, and then building that out with additional assets like child assets. I'll probably be pulling in HTML, using the X integration into the article and stuff like that. And then I'll probably close out and allow my reporter who's out in the field, who has gotten to the scene by the time I have written and published that story, allow them to bring in quotes that they're getting from officials on the scene to build out the story.
It is nice knowing that all of our stories are going both in print and on web, and knowing that that kind of works effortlessly. We don't have to make an extra step to like put this on print and then wait 8 hours to print to get it on web. Like we can get our news up pretty immediately on the web, still get it in print, still kind of like work through everything. Has been really nice that you're not waiting to go on web versus like waiting to go on print. You can just kind of get the news out in all the ways. So yeah, I think it's cool that I can do both at the same time.